first, the news of the day. And yes, the 2019 league year is now upon us. We are about 2 hours into it. Signings official, trades can become official, and teams are working with a salary cap of just over $188 million. Cardinals, along with a lot of teams, with plenty of cap space with which to work here in the offseason.
It's been quiet here, and it's obviously a long time before they decide what they're going to do with that number one overall pick. But Steve Keim's got some flexibility to make some moves. Offensive line's a spot. Defensive line, they're looking for a pass rusher opposite of Chandler Jones that could come in the draft, obviously, if they go Nick Bosa, or there is guys in the pass rush ability that are out there in free agency. And also look for middle linebacker to be a spot. We'll see what Steve Keim does with money to maybe make some upgrades throughout there.
Free agency can be fool's gold. You got to be careful. But at the same time, we feel like we've targeted enough guys who fit the criteria of what we're looking for. We have the cap space for the first time in quite a long time to be aggressive. So at the end of the day, we do have to put a lot of effort and emphasis on this roster and the type of players that we're bringing in.
All right, so here we are, just over a month away from the NFL draft. And I'm thinking this is sort of March Madness in a different way. How you surviving right now?
I'm doing well, one day at a time. It's been fun. Free agency, obviously, was exciting to make some of those moves, and we're hot and heavy in it.
You're watching NFL Network, free agency frenzy coverage. Headlines. Nick Foles leaving Philadelphia.
Odell Beckham Jr. has been traded.
AB to the Raiders for a third and a fifth and a massive raise.
Terrell Suggs is leaving Baltimore after 16 seasons. He's heading to Arizona.
Let's do it, yeah.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Got a little graphic.
I see that. They got it. You know they can Photoshop that now. That could be red. And
I'm guessing
the white
they're going to
helmet.
do that.
I appreciate that.
That's right.
All right.
You're not only going to play defense for us, but also give us some marketing advice. That's awesome. That is awesome.
We're just trying to get to the future.
Yep.
We're turning the page here.
Initial there. Initial there. Page.
That it?
It's official.
I'm a Cardinal?
You're a Cardinal.
Here we go.
Congrats.
Then.
This is
Being
awesome.
red, baby. Let's do it. Good afternoon, ladies and gents.
What happened that brought you here?
Because I'm not retiring. But no, I had to make the decision, to come back and play a couple more years or whatever I got left, you know what I'm saying? And felt like if I wasn't going to be in a Ravens jersey, there's only one place I was going to be playing. So, this is home for me. It's always been my home since 1996.
Is that exciting for you?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Change can be scary, but also necessary. So it's very exciting. The possibilities is just, it's amazing what a breath of fresh air can kind of do to revive you, so to say. So I think everyone looking forward to it, to see what this organization and this team can do.
Obvious question for an athlete who's 36.
Yeah.
What do you have left?
I guess we're going to find out. I'm excited to find out. So let's see. Let's see how much we got left. We ain't going to cap it. So.
All right. It's official. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Offensively, the names the Cardinals have added, yes, a wide receiver in Kevin White, and yes, a couple of offensive linemen in Marcus Gilbert that they acquired from the Steelers, and of course the addition today of J.R. Sweezy, an offensive lineman who has played guard most of his career.
When I think of J.R. Sweezy, I think of toughness, physicality, and that's what this team was missing.
Playing a lot of games against the Cardinals, I know the atmosphere, and it's a great atmosphere, and I'm excited to play and get to experience the Red Sea, as on the good side, if you will.
Brett Hundley in the fold, a quarterback who went to Chandler High School, but here is another player that fills a need, backup quarterback, certainly after the release of Mike Lennon.
You know, it's always one of those surreal things that you think about, like, man, wouldn't it be cool to go back home and play for the Cardinals? It's unbelievable.
Time now to put the Cardinals in our team spotlight.
The Arizona Cardinals have a big splash, this time at inside linebacker. I'm told they are signing Jordan Hicks, the now former Eagles standout. This is obviously a big one for the Arizona Cardinals.
That's it. There it is. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I think I still have something to prove. You know, I believe when I play and I'm healthy and I'm out there on the field that, you know, I'm the best linebacker on the field.
Some other areas of concern the Cardinals may be looking to address?
Well, they addressed one with Jordan Hicks. I think that was a need for them. They went out and got that, and that's going to be a big addition. Remember, they've switched now what they're doing defensively with Vance Joseph now running things here in Arizona.
You know, we had a chance to acquire 5 new starters in free agency, and that's always tricky because you're acquiring guys you don't know. You know, thank God we had former experience with a bunch of these guys, so that makes it easy. I'm really excited about Jordan because he's 26 years old, and he's going to be my voice on the field, so it was so important that we acquired Jordan Hicks. You know, to acquire a guy who could play in space like this, with his football IQ, who can play all 3 downs was so important. He's a great tackler in space. This second play here, you can see him drop in zone coverage. He has great eyes, he has a great feel, and at the end of it, he has a great burst of to close this space and make an open field tackle. So that's a rare trait for a Mike backer to play with so much quickness and speed and so much intelligence. The second guy is Suggs. You know, obviously being a hometown guy, you know, we're so excited about him. He's still a dominant force on the edge, and you watch this play, you watch him hustle. He makes this play about 20 yards down the field. And as a leader of our defense, I mean, he's got to play this way. The point of attack here, he's still powerful. He's a bully on the edge. And he brings an attitude. I mean, he brings a toughness and attitude that this defense needs. And watch the get off here. I mean, he still has the power and an explosion in his legs at his age to get off the ball and to beat this guy with speed to power and a finish. The next guy is Darius Fallon here, but this guy has got great explosion. He's a 6'1", 300-pound guy, so he's a single gap penetrator. You've seen this play here. He has awesome get off, he has awesome natural leverage in his body, and he can make plays in the backfield. Our next guy is Robert Alford. Okay, we signed Robert obviously early in the offseason there after he got released from Atlanta, but this guy again is a young corner that can play press coverage, that's very competitive and very smart, who's got a huge chip on his shoulder. So he's coming in motivated. He wants to be a part of a top 10 defense. He's been a part of those kind of defenses before, and he fits our profile at corner. He's long, he tackles, and he can make plays on the ball. So Brooks Reed, I coached in Houston for I think 3 years. I was there. And Brooks going to be a Sam backer for us, which plays over the tight end. And again, the traits we want is guys playing hard, and Brooks is the poster child for playing hard. And you watch this play here, how he chases this guy. You watch Suggs, you watch Darius, you watch Hicks. We want our guys to all play like this. If we get 11 guys playing with this much energy, we're going to be a really, really good defense. Brooks Reed, pound for pound, has been one of the strongest guys I've ever seen play the position as an outside linebacker. The last guy is DJ Swearinger, who I actually drafted in Houston. So I spent 1 year with DJ in Houston his rookie year, and he was a good player then, he's a good player now. And obviously you want safeties now who can play strong and free. You don't want just a strong safety who only can play in the box. I think DJ, along with Buda Baker, both have those skills where they both can play close to the ball and they can also play high. So you can see DJ here in the box making a play in the run game, which is critical. And DJ here goes from being a strong safety to a free safety and showing his range in the high zones and making a play on the deep ball. So I'm very excited to coach DJ again, obviously, and he is definitely a lightning rod when it comes to how you play the game on Sundays.
Are you excited to do the 3-4?
Very excited. I know the last time that I played outside linebacker, I led the NFL in sacks. Last year I put on some weight. I was about 280 going into training camp because I was at defensive end. And this year I'm down. I'm probably about 250, 255. So I'm really excited. Vince talked about always having me rushing the quarterback or always going. So, and then another thing when I talked to him, he spoke about sacks. And I told him, and I looked him in his face, I said, Vince, you know, you're the first defensive coordinator that I've ever met. That's the first thing you talked about was sacks. Most defensive coordinators, they don't want to talk about sacks. They think it's a selfish stat. But, you know, he came up to me, he looked at me and said, Chandler, we're going to get you a lot of sacks. And I'm just like, oh, you're speaking my language. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Everyone asks me, you know, how do you feel about Terrell Suggs are coming or the linebackers that we're having, or the defenses that we're involved into? No more double teams, honestly. Someone with a big name like Terrell Suggs, it would be great for us. And despite him being in the league for a long time, he's still playing at a high level. And I know that he will do that when he's here in Arizona, so I'm excited for that.
I came to have some fun.
I think that this Be Kind program, they did a good job of reaching out to the kids and getting their attention. You know, not just drilling them with words and messages, but also getting their attention, having them dance. Doing a lot of things to kind of open up their mind in a different way. And even I learned a few things, you know. I wish this was around when I was a kid. It teaches kids how to go forward in life and also how to diffuse certain situations that they could be in, like the role playing and the skits that they did. It was great. It was a great experience.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming.
As a professional football player with this platform, I feel like it's my job to reach out to them. You know, I was kind of pointing at them and shaking their hands, taking pictures with them. Just trying to reach out to the kids because they may have not have talked to a professional football player before. And I'll tell you, when I was at that age, I've never talked to a professional football player. So it was great that as a person, I could come out and reach out to the kids, and it was a great experience.
If you guys are looking for me, I'm number 55, and my last name is Jones. So if you guys
Totally different team. New coaches, new players. A lot of different faces, new positions. So I'm excited to see what we have set for us, and I think this is going to be good. I trust in our front office, and I feel like we're doing and we're going to do a tremendous job in free agency and in the draft.
Let's send it back out to Phoenix, Arizona.
There's so much interest in professional football, the National Football League, and the individual teams. You know, the sports media really is hyped up in the off season, and especially around the league meeting. There were a lot of things to talk about.
NFL Network, we are on the road at the Arizona Biltmore as the league gathers, as it does every offseason, to look back on the year that was and look ahead to a new 2019.
Like any business, you have one annual meeting, and so there's a lot of reporting that happens there, a lot of business decisions that are made there, and then rules changes. We always change playing rules and bylaws and things like that.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
One stop, talk to every owner, talk to every coach, and talk to every general manager because we're all there.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
We've had an annual meeting every year since 1921, and the forming meeting was in 1920 at Ralph Hayes Hupmobile dealership when they formed the National Football League in Canton, Ohio. This is really cool. I'm getting goosebumps. Did you notice they're trying to put Arizona right under the front tire? It's not a good sign. I'm the first one to get run over. We took a photo. It was the first time since 1934, as I understand it, that the owners had gotten together and taken a photo, because it'd be great to juxtapose that with my grandfather in that photo if he made the photo. Every 100 years or so, we ought to get a picture together. Great job last night. That was so much fun.
Be natural. We want you to converse and feel happy.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. This is his story, so just remember that. Making history. 1, 2, 3. That's great.
It was great to have Virginia McCaskey at the wheel, symbolically, since her father was really the original driver of the National Football League. And then Mrs. Ford in the front seat as well. And, you know, given the significance of the history and everything, it was fantastic.
I'm really excited to get out there and get started. It seems like I've been here a year and haven't met the team yet. So you want to kind of get in front of them, get to know the guys, imposing how you coach, how you do things. And, you know, it's been almost 3 months and haven't been able to do that. So you get antsy to get around those guys.
It's been a long journey since January when we made the changes and everything else, but I tell you what, we are light years ahead of where we were, and Steve did a great job in free agency going out there and recruiting players. But April 8th is what I'm most excited about now, is get those players back in this building, in our strength and conditioning program, and start the off-season program for 2019. There are bright days ahead for us in 2019. I couldn't be more excited about the foundation we've laid so far.